What a gorgeous morning it is. Absolutely beautiful. Ready to head out. Sun's almost up. There's the beautiful town of Lordsburg all lit up. Here's my nice place. I found a tent last night. Getting things packed up. It was only supposed to rain, if at all, maybe a little bit between the hours of 7 and 8. It rained off and on the entire night long, but just nice. Little shower, a little sprinkle, and then stop, and then a little more. No problems, but all the wonderful tip-tap on the tent, and I loved it. It was fantastic. And the sky just keeps getting better and better. Ready to start my day. On to Silver City. Well, hate to jinx myself, but ever since yesterday when I said this part of the trail I thought was not going to be well marked, it's certainly not as well marked as the other, as the first part of the trail, but it's really not been a problem at all. It's been very well marked. It's just the markers are much further apart, so you just have to really be paying closer attention. One other note, passing under these huge electric lines, there have been a lot of them out here, and I can feel it in my poles. As my hand's touching my pole, I can feel it, the electricity buzzing through my poles and through my fingers. When I hold on to the rubber part of the grip, I don't feel it, of course, but touch the pole with my little finger and I can feel it just zzz. Maybe it won't hang out here a real long time. Well, sure enough, as soon as I made that comment about being marked, I came out onto a dirt road. There was nothing marked, and I looked all over, walked around, hiked in a couple different directions. Finally pulled out my app and started walking down the road, and yep, looked like I was supposed to be on the road. It was following the trail exact. So kept going, keep my eyes open. All of a sudden, I noticed that come over a hill, the road goes on for 1,000 miles ahead, I can see. And I knew that the thing I was on ran into something, stopped, and took a left about a couple miles ahead. So I looked back, and yes, I was way off. The trail went off the road. There was no marking again. So anyway, found the first marker here. Well, found the fourth marker. I skipped a whole bunch of them because I was wandering through the countryside. But now I see one ahead, and I know the direction I'm heading, and whatever. I got to quit making comments about how easy it is. All right. So, got a problem. Went to my first water source that was had good clear water in it 10 days ago and dry. And the next one I knew was going to be dry, and it was dry. Now I came to this one that says good all the time. Not good. So I looked all around. I looked, the next water's 13 miles. I looked up in this tank. I climbed up, looked inside. It's dry. So I don't really have many options. So here's what I'm doing. See this little tiny Ziploc bag? I'm dipping it down in those puddles, getting it out, running it through this towel as a pre-filter, getting it into my bag. I've already got this much, which I'm amazed. I've only put in 5 Ziploc bags full, so I'm going to keep doing that. There's more water on the other side in this mud. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of upside down or whatever, but I'm going to be able to dip enough water out to make this work. Then I'm just going to have to hoof it. I was kind of thinking that I might not do that many miles today, but I'm going to have to do another 13 because I got to get to water, and there better be water there. And if not, about another 4 miles after that is a water cache. So, I mean, today could end up really stinking if I have to go all that way and whatever, but I mean, it'd be a lot worse if there was nothing here. If it had not rained last night, I doubt any of this water would be here. So I got super lucky. Otherwise, I would probably, I don't know. I would have to think about it. I would either backtrack, or I've got about a half a liter, maybe 3/4 of a liter. I'd just go. You know, it's not really very hot today. I could make it. So anyway, whatever. I'm going to quit talking and get this done. Well, I got all the sludge out on the towel. That's what it looks like after putting it in there. And then that's what it looks like after filtering. So not perfect, but way better. And, you know, surprisingly, I mean, I've drank water before that, you know, was discolored. A filter won't always take out the coloration, but it's taking out the stuff that's really bad, you know. So I'm not too worried about it. I do think, though, I have some tablets that... water purification tablets that I have never used before, but this water smells worse than any water I've used before. So I think I might throw a tablet in there, let it sit for 30 minutes, and that'll make it safer to drink as well. So I think this will get me by. All right, these are little tabs. Just put one little white tab in 3/4 of a liter of water. I got, you know, little more than 3/4 of a liter in each, but just real close. And it says you're supposed to shake it up, mix it really well for 10 minutes, then wait for 30 minutes before you drink it, and then you're good. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. What a huge waste of time. I got some time to make up for sure. But I've got about 1 3/4 liters of water. That's going to be totally fine. Can't drink it for 30 minutes, but you know, I don't need to drink it. In fact, I'm going to hardly be drinking any of it. Just trying to save it, because it's 13 miles to that solar mill, and then another few miles to the water cache if the solar mill doesn't have water. So anyway, I just need to stay focused now and get where I'm going, because I don't want to have to, be hiking at night. I mean, I've had plenty of time, but still, if I take some long breaks like I've been taking lately, then that will be a problem. Ah, real trees. That's a beauty. Oh. I've been climbing slowly all day, but this is the first real climb. Beautiful view. Finally, some beautiful views. Yeah, look at that. They're actual trees, so they can put emblems on now. Cool. I wonder if they'll do blazes like the other trails. You'd think I would know that, but I do not. And we'll find out. Maybe even not this year, I don't know. But eventually up in Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, you'd think maybe. This is just so magnificent. Finally being in the mountains, being on a trail, a real trail in the trees. This is just beautiful. Can't beat it. I found my Christmas tree. Don't think I've said it yet. It's Christmas today. You probably figured it out from me saying it's Christmas Eve yesterday. So Merry Christmas. Well, I'm coming out on the highway and I unexpectedly saw all these bottles here. Water cache, but every darn one of them is empty. So that's not gonna happen for me. I wanted to tell you about this highway, but I need to figure out where I'm going first. Well, anyway, quickly, when I get up here, this is I-90, which is what I walked out of Lordsburg on. and it just cuts up to the northeast, and I went way east and now north through the mountains, and so I'm catching up with it again. So I'm gonna cross it right up here as soon as I figure out how to get out of here. I think it's that way. I was turning around to walk away and I just saw this here. Sometimes people will leave these kind of stones out in nature, out in hiking areas, so pretty cool. And now that I'm walking, I see a CDT symbol right there on that tree. So I'm going the right direction. All right, here's Highway 90. So if I would have just kept walking out of Lordsburg and not turned, taking this highway, I would have gotten to this point a lot faster, and I would have been really, really bored. And I would have seen the same amount of water, which is none, except for puddles like in those little things right there. Well, I just saw another human. The first person that I have seen literally since I started at the border, except when I hiked through Lordsburg. So, yeah, wow. Anyway, this guy's out just doing a day hike here, so he'll be coming. He was going south, and he'll be coming back. He said he's just doing 5 miles or something and then coming back. He said somewhere up here in a parking lot or something, there's a water cache, but he's I think it might be beyond where I'm planning on getting water. He also said there were some Dr. Peppers there. Like, yeah, man, I'm going. But I don't know. I've done enough miles today. By the time I get to where I was going to get water, I might be done. So I may just miss out. I don't know. We'll have to see. Or maybe there's no water where I intend to get water. I'll have to continue on. So we'll find out. All part of the adventure. All right, well, this is the place, and it is not on the trail. You have to get off the trail and go down through these trees a ways, and then get on a road and go down. Look at that. Water, 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 and clear. Oh, hallelujah. All right. Well, it's been 28 miles since the last real water in Lordsburg. Yeah. And 18 miles today. And I still have, let's see if I can show you here, this much water left, because it tasted horrible and I didn't want to drink anymore, but if I didn't have to. And I wasn't sure this was here. I thought I might have to go another 4 to a water cache, which is also where the Dr. Pepper is, but I ain't doing that. I'm going to drink this up, filter a bunch, sit and relax, and then I'm going to walk back and find a place to tent. I am so done. Happy days are here. All right, all set up for the night. I made it. Got my water, survived. Here I am. Tired. But I think I learned my lesson. There's a water cache up ahead, you know. Hopefully there's water there. I'll bank on that, I guess, but I don't even think I will. And then there's some places after that I was counting on, but I think I'm not gonna. So I have like about another 28, 29 miles before I have water that I feel like I can totally count on. Even then, who knows? So hopefully somewhere in between there. I think I'm just going to be carrying a ton of water from here on out. It stinks. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I tented pretty close. You can't see it, but just beyond these trees is where that water tank is. So I'm just going to drink up tonight as much as I can. Guzzle a bunch in the morning. Then on my way out, I'm going to hike down there and fill up everything again. And just carry a ton with me. And just not drink a lot until I find places that have water. And when I find a water source, then I'll just sit there and hang out and guzzle and kind of catch up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right.